You say you want it. Success, greatness, freedom. But do you really? Because if you did, you wouldn't still be making excuses. Every excuse you've ever told yourself is a lie wrapped in comfort. I'm tired. I'm not ready. I'll start tomorrow. No. You've been saying that for years. And every time you do, you trade your potential for a little bit of ease. You sell your future for 5 minutes of comfort. You know why most people never make it? It's not because they're not smart enough or strong enough or lucky enough. It's because they find a reason to quit every time things get uncomfortable. The world is full of people who could have made it, but they didn't. Not because they couldn't, but because they chose not to. Because when life hit them hard, they said, this is too much. And that's where their story ended. But not you. Not anymore. You're done explaining why you're not where you should be. You're done giving your power away to circumstances. You're done waiting for the right time, because there is no right time. There's only now and what you do with it. Excuses are the enemy of progress. Every time you make one, you build another wall between you and the life you want. You say you don't have time, then make time. You say you don't have support, then learn to move alone. You say you're tired, then rest later. Because the world doesn't care about your reasons. The world only respects results. Look around you. The people you admire, the ones who made it, they had every excuse you have and more. They just didn't use them. They got rejected. They got broken. They got laughed at. But they didn't stop. They turned every no into fuel, every failure into fire, every setback into strategy. There's always going to be something in the way. Fear, pain, doubt, heartbreak, exhaustion. But you have to understand something. Life doesn't get easier. You just get stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to stop letting your feelings make your decisions. You can't wait until you feel ready. You can't wait for motivation to magically appear. Motivation is what comes after you move, not before. You don't need another chance. You don't need more time. You don't need anyone to believe in you. You just need to stop running from responsibility and start owning your life. Because everything you want, everything you've been praying for, it's waiting for you on the other side of excuses. You say you can't because you're scared. Then do it scared. You say you can't because you're hurt. Then do it hurt. You say you can't because you failed before. Then fail again, but this time don't stay down. Winners don't win because they never fall. They win because they refuse to stay on the ground. You've been talking about what you're going to do for too long. You've been planning, preparing, overthinking, waiting. You've been dreaming instead of doing. Enough. Dreams mean nothing without execution. You can't wish your way to greatness. You can't talk your way into success. You have to earn it. With effort, with consistency, with pain. People love to say they want success until it asks for sacrifice. They want the reward without the grind, the praise without the process. But real greatness demands blood. It demands that you show up when you're exhausted, when you're scared, when you've got nothing left. It demands that you say no to excuses, no to distractions, no to the voice that tells you you can't. Do you think the legends got there by accident? Do you think they were born lucky? No, they bled for it. They failed again and again and again until failure became familiar and fear became fuel. They woke up earlier, stayed longer, pushed harder, while everyone else was sleeping or scrolling or saying, I'll do it later. Every single second you spend making an excuse is a second stolen from your future. Every I can't is a chain. Every maybe tomorrow is a brick in the wall you're building around your potential. And you're the one building it. You can tear it down right now. But only if you decide that your excuses no longer define you. Stop saying you don't have what it takes. You do. You've just been lying to yourself because it's easier to lie than to try and fail. But failure doesn't destroy you. Comfort does. The people who never fail are the people who never try. The people who never hurt are the ones who never grow. So maybe you're scared. Maybe you're broken. Maybe you're not ready. So what? Neither was anyone who ever changed the world. At some point, you have to stop negotiating with your weakness. You have to stop waiting for life to feel fair. You have to stop looking for shortcuts. Because shortcuts never make you strong. The pain does. The struggle does. The long, lonely nights when no one's watching. That's where greatness grows. You want a better life. You want success, respect, peace, freedom. Then prove it. Show up when it hurts. Keep going when no one claps. Work when no one believes. Because excuses don't build empires. Effort does. Excuses don't create legacy. Consistency does. The truth is, the world doesn't care about what you could have done. It only remembers what you did. And every time you make an excuse, you give up another piece of your story. Stop. Right now. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't owe anyone a reason. The only person you owe is the one in the mirror. The one who knows what you're capable of. You have a choice to make. Right here. Right now. Continue living in the same loop of maybe next time. Or finally break out of it and go all in. Because life doesn't wait. Opportunities don't wait. And time doesn't stop for your excuses. No more. No more talking. No more waiting. No more Hyundai. This is your time. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Now, get up, start moving. Start doing. Start fighting for the life you were built for. Because you're not a victim of your circumstances. You're the author of your comeback. You think you've got time, but you don't. Every second you hesitate, someone else is out there grinding for the same dream you keep postponing. Someone who's hungrier, someone who's tired of making excuses, someone who's already doing the work you keep talking about. Life doesn't reward intentions. It rewards execution. You can be the most talented person in the room, but if you don't act, the one who does will pass you by. You've got to understand this. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your family. Not your friends, not your boss, not luck. If you're waiting for the perfect break, it's not coming. The only way to create your moment is to make it. The only way to earn respect is to work when nobody's watching, to stay disciplined when the world is distracted. Every excuse you make delays your breakthrough. Every delay becomes regret. When you wake up in the morning, you've got two choices: to keep lying to yourself or to face the truth. The truth that you are capable of more. The truth that you've wasted enough time. The truth that you've been hiding behind fear disguised as logic. You say, I'm being realistic. No, you're being afraid, and fear, when it wears the mask of logic, kills more dreams than failure ever will. People love to say, I could have done it if. Stop. If you could have, you would have. Excuses sound best to the person who makes them. That's why so many people never grow, because their excuses sound so good they start believing them. They justify their stagnation. They rationalize their laziness. They convince themselves that they're just unlucky. But luck doesn't determine your future. Consistency does. You've got to be real with yourself. Brutally honest. Look in the mirror and ask, am I really giving it everything? Because if you're not, then what right do you have to complain? You can't cry about results from the work you didn't do. You can't envy someone's success if you're not willing to match their effort. Everyone wants the glory, but no one wants the grind. Everyone wants to win, but no one wants to bleed. You have to fall in love with the process, the lonely mornings, the silent nights, the failures that no one sees. That's where greatness is built. That's where champions are born. You think success happens when the cameras are on? No. Success is made in the dark. In those quiet moments when you keep going after everyone else quits. There will be days when you want to quit. Days when your mind screams, why am I doing this? Days when everything in you wants to stop. That's when you decide who you are. That's when the weak fall and the strong rise. Because pushing through pain isn't just about discipline. It's about identity. It's about saying, this is who I am. I finish what I start. You have to train your mind to stop accepting weakness as normal. Stop normalizing procrastination. Stop romanticizing burnout as an excuse. Everyone's tired. Everyone's busy. Everyone's got problems. But not everyone pushes through them. The difference between average and extraordinary isn't talent. It's persistence. You'll never find out what you're truly capable of if you keep running from discomfort. Pressure makes diamonds. Fire forges steel. And pain molds warriors. Every hardship you face is shaping you for something greater. But only if you stop complaining and start learning. The same obstacle that breaks others can build you if you let it. There's beauty in the grind. You just have to learn to see it. Every drop of sweat, every setback, every lonely step, it's all part of the transformation. When you choose effort over excuses, pain becomes purpose. And when you start seeing your struggle as preparation, nothing can stop you. People will doubt you. They'll laugh. They'll tell you it's impossible. Good, let them. Because nothing fuels a fire like disbelief. You don't need their validation. You don't need their approval. You need your mission. You need that hunger that keeps you moving even when no one claps. You need that vision that burns brighter than your excuses. Stop waiting for someone to believe in you. Start believing in yourself. Start betting on yourself. Because if you don't, no one else will. You've got to become your own motivation, your own coach, your own competition. Wake up every day with the mindset that nobody's going to outwork you. Not today, not ever. When the world says, you can't, answer back with action. When your mind says, it's too hard, remind yourself why you started. The same reasons you wanted to quit yesterday can be the same reasons you push harder today. Because the goal isn't just to survive the pain, it's to use it. The most dangerous excuse is later. Later kills dreams. Later becomes never. You think you're waiting for the right moment, but time doesn't pause for hesitation. Every day you wait is a day lost. The longer you delay, the heavier regret becomes. And regret, that's the one pain that doesn't fade. So move, even if it's small, even if it's messy, even if you don't know the full path. Because movement creates momentum, and momentum destroys excuses. Stop telling yourself you'll start when you're ready. Start now, and readiness will catch up. You can't steer a parked car. You've got to move first. Remember this, every excuse you've ever made, someone else had it too. But they chose differently. They chose to fight. They chose to believe. They chose to keep going. And that choice made them unstoppable. You have that same power. You have that same choice. You can rewrite your story at any moment, but only if you decide that your excuses no longer deserve your loyalty. It's time to grow tired of your own limitations. It's time to stop letting fear write your future. You've lived small for too long. You've dimmed your own light trying to stay comfortable. But comfort is a cage, and every day you stay inside it, your potential dies a little more. This is your wake-up call. You've got one life, one shot, one chance to turn it all around. Don't waste it on maybe. Don't waste it on someday. You owe it to the person you could become to fight like hell today. To stop saying, I can't, and start saying, I will. The pain you feel now is temporary. The pride you'll feel later is forever. But that pride has a price, the price of no excuses. And once you pay it, once you sacrifice your comfort, your doubts, your fears, you'll realize you were never chasing success. You were chasing the best version of yourself. You've come too far to quit now. You've been through too much pain, too much disappointment, too much struggle to let it all go to waste. Every scar on your soul tells a story of survival. You didn't come this far just to come this far. You didn't fight through every sleepless just to back down now. You're still breathing, and that means the fight's not over. You've got to start seeing your pain differently. Stop calling it suffering. Start calling it training. Because that's what it is. Every setback has been preparing you. Every heartbreak has been shaping you. Every failure has been sharpening you. You're not behind, you're being built. Life has been testing you not to break you, but to see if you're worthy of the next level. When you look around and feel like no one understands good, you're not supposed to be understood. You're supposed to be different. You're supposed to stand out. Legends are never created in comfort. They're created in isolation, in struggle, in silence. You're not crazy for wanting more. You're courageous for believing it's possible. Think about every time you said, I can't take this anymore, and yet you did. Every time you thought it was the end, but you kept walking. That's proof that you are stronger than your excuses. You don't need to find strength, it's already inside you. You've just got to stop doubting it. You've got to stop letting fear narrate your story. You see, excuses are just lies dressed in reason. They sound logical. They sound safe. But what they really do is steal your future. They trap you in a version of yourself that's comfortable but unfulfilled. And the longer you live in that comfort, the harder it becomes to leave. But the moment you stop defending your limitations, your potential begins to rise. Stop saying, I'll start when I have more time. You'll never have more time. You'll only ever have right now. The people who win aren't the ones with the most resources. They're the ones who make the most of what they have. They use their pain as fuel, their doubt as drive, their fear as focus. That's the mindset that separates dreamers from doers. You've got to reach a point where you get angry at your own excuses, where you say, enough. I'm done letting myself down. You owe yourself that. You owe it to the person you could be. Because there's a version of you waiting, a version who's strong, confident, relentless, but you'll never meet them if you keep playing small. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you get closer to that version. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, you kill a little piece of weakness. That's what growth feels like, uncomfortable, lonely, sometimes even painful. But that's the price of greatness. And once you taste it, once you realize what you're capable of, excuses lose their power. You'll start to notice something. You won't need motivation anymore. You'll have momentum. Motivation fades, but momentum compounds. Every small win builds confidence, and confidence builds action. Before you know it, the things that used to scare you become second nature. The obstacles that used to stop you become stepping stones. That's when you realize you're not running from excuses anymore. You're running toward purpose. People will ask you, why are you still trying? Why not just be content? They won't understand. They're not supposed to. Because they've accepted average, but you haven't. They've made peace with mediocrity, but you can't. And that's your gift. That hunger, that restlessness, it's what keeps you alive. Don't ever apologize for wanting more. Don't ever dim your light because others settle for less. When the nights get dark and your faith starts to shake, remind yourself why you started. Remember the people who said you couldn't. Remember the days you had nothing, but still found a way to keep going. That's strength. That's resilience. That's who you are. The world needs that version of you, not the one making excuses, but the one who rises despite them. Because the truth is, your excuses aren't protecting you. They're poisoning you. They keep you safe, but small. They keep you comfortable, but caged. And life's too short for cages. You weren't born to just exist. You were born to evolve. Every moment you waste defending your excuses is a moment stolen from your greatness. So make a decision right now. No more waiting. No more talking. No more. Tomorrow. You've got 24 hours today. What are you going to do with them? Will you let them slip away, or will you use them to build something that lasts? The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. Choose wisely. One day you'll look back on this moment, this exact moment, and you'll either say, I'm glad I did, or I wish I had. That's it. Those are the only two outcomes. So act now. Work now. Sacrifice now. Because when your future self looks back, they should thank you, not hate you. You don't need a guarantee that it'll work out. You just need faith that you'll keep fighting no matter what happens. Winners aren't made because they never fail. They're made because they never quit. They fall, they rise, they learn, they adapt. Every setback becomes fuel. Every loss becomes leverage. That's what it means to live with no excuses. So from this moment on, hold yourself to a higher standard. When your mind says, I can't, answer back, watch me. When life gets hard, get harder. When others slow down, speed up. Be the exception. Be the one who keeps going when everyone else stops. Because the truth is, success doesn't belong to the smartest or the most gifted. It belongs to the most relentless. One day you'll tell your story, and it won't be about how easy it was. It'll be about how you refused to give up, how you kept going when it didn't make sense, how you pushed through the pain and turned excuses into energy. That's the story worth telling. That's the legacy worth leaving. So stop talking about what you're going to do. Stop posting about the grind. Live it. Let your actions speak. Let your discipline scream louder than your words. Because when it's all said and done, the world doesn't remember what you said you'd do. It remembers what you did. No more hiding. No more waiting. No more excuses. This is your time. This is your fight. And if you're willing to give everything you've got, if you're willing to sacrifice, to fail, to rise again and again, then there's nothing you can't have. Nothing you can't be. Nothing you can't do. You've got one life, one shot. Make it count. No excuses.